Hey guys, Myles here at Tactical Hyve and welcome to another Sports Sunday video. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what it's like to attend a major sports match. So a lot of people involved in sports shooting clearly go to their local matches. And what I've heard is that when I ask people why aren't they attending an area match or a national championship or anything like that, a lot of them don't want to, either because they say they're not ready, they're nervous, whatever. There's a lot of different reasons. So I wanted to share some of my experiences with you, particularly if you're a shooter who's never been to a major match, you've been thinking about it, or you've been maybe limiting yourself because of misbeliefs or whatever it might be for whatever reason. And maybe this will convince you to get out there, because I do think there's a lot of value to it. So the first thing I want to talk about major matches is that absolutely you're going to be more nervous. Why? Because it's not your local match, it's not your backyard. You're going to see a lot more shooters, different skill levels, and you might start playing that mental game or have that mental struggle where, oh, I'm not good enough or whatever it might be. But I look at dealing with that, the nerves, the anxiety, as something that is going to help you in shooting, because it's just a rite of passage. Everyone's going to go through it. Even the best shooters in the world get nervous. They feel that anxiety, they feel that emotional and mental stress, even physical stress at the match. So the sooner you're exposed to it, and if you're serious about competition shooting and you really want to excel, the sooner you're exposed to it, the sooner you can begin to learn how to manage it. So that, I think, is a benefit, because let's say you spend years and years at local matches, but then wait a long time to go to a major match, then that's the first time you're experiencing, you're really not going to, have the advantage against people who have been going to lots of these. And the ones who've been going to a lot of major matches, they're going to be kind of numb to it. Again, they'll still feel nervous, but it's not going to be as bad. So I do feel, yes, you are going to be nervous, but I do think it's a good thing. Start experiencing it so you learn how to manage it earlier. The second thing I've noticed about these major matches is that they can truly be a test of your endurance, physical and mental. And there are sometimes options where you can do an entire major competition in one day, and that will definitely take its toll on you physically. Depending on weather as well, where let's say you're shooting 12, 13 stages in one day, and let's say it's really hot, you're definitely going to feel it, right? You're not sitting around all the time, you're standing, walking around. And even if you do sign up for a competition that is spread out in 2 or 3 days, you still can get physically fatigued, depending on the weather, depending how much walking you have to do. And now you have to do it 3 days in a row. But add on to that mental fatigue as well, where if you are the type of shooter who gets really amped up, nervous and stressed, now you have to manage that stress and mental fatigue for multiple days. It's not like you shoot one day and it's already over. No, now you have to start being concerned about the next day, planning, strategy, things like that. For example, I just shot the Area 4 match, and it was a 2-day match. The first day, on purpose, I thought to myself, okay, be conservative, just shoot safe, get good hits, things like that. And that I felt really good. But then I got mental anxiety later when I looked at the scores from the first day, because I just was way too conservative, went way too slow, and now I had to deal with that, plan and stressing out the evening before the second day. So these major competitions can, again, be a test of your endurance, mental and physical, maybe even emotional. But just like the, nerves, handling nerves and the stress, I think it's a good thing, because the earlier you're exposed to this, the earlier you're going to learn how to manage it. Something else that you'll notice about attending major matches is the production value, so to speak, in terms of the organization, stage setups. It's a lot more organized. And the stages, depending on your local match setups and depending how serious they take it, a lot of these major matches, you're going to have stages that you've probably never seen, target arrays that you've never seen, steel targets, things like that. And that can be nerve-wracking to you because you've never shot that, but it's also cool. It makes it fun. There are new targets, new challenges, and it's really going to be a test of your skill if you've never been exposed to that. But that's something that you're going to immediately notice. Things are a lot more organized. Things run smoothly. The stages are generally a lot cooler. Cooler when I say they're fun, right? And so this is something that's going to add to that excitement of going to the match, being able to shoot different types of target arrays. And once again, the earlier you go to these major matches, the more you're going to be exposed to it, so you won't be caught off guard when you go to your first major match after 10 years of shooting and all of a sudden you're nervous because it's the first time you've run into a big stage. So that's something you're going to notice right away when you attend your first major match. When you attend a major match, you're also going to see a lot of the sports shooters that you probably already follow. And I think it's pretty cool because you get to network with them, you get to see them in action without any IG, YouTube, Facebook editing or anything like that, in the flesh, raw. You know, if they make mistakes, you see it. And I think that's a great learning experience. So you get to, again, network with them, see them, learn just by watching. And a lot of shooters are extremely friendly. So you go up to them, ask them, you know, what did you do? How did you do this? Why did you do that? And a lot of them are going to just be friendly and give you those insights. So that is extremely valuable as well. So if you do get to go to a major match, that is a huge benefit. Another cool thing about attending a major match is you get to see where you stand among some of the best competitors in the nation. Now, obviously, if you go to a national match, then you're going to be competing against the best in the nation. If you go to an area match, it's going to be regional, and you're putting yourself against some of the best shooters in that region. And I think that's great, just because when people shoot local matches, they kind of get, they live in their own little bubble and they don't realize that they can learn a lot from others who are out there. So by attending these matches, you can immediately see where you stand. You can see shot for shot all that on practice score. For example, if you're shooting uspsa, you'll see all the scores and exactly where you stand in terms of time, scoring, and kind of alluded to already, if you're not shooting when somebody really good that you know or follow is shooting, you can find what stage they're in, and then you could take a look at their performance. If you're a competitive person, this is really important because now you know kind of where you stand and how far you have to go, the different things you need to do to get better and then increase your rankings against those shooters. Lastly, when attending a major match, now I can't, maybe this is personal, but I really feel that you begin to be inspired and motivated to do more because you're going to see shooters who are much better than you, really performing well, and you want to catch up. You want to do very well. I say that again, it might depend on the shooter. There might be people who might get discouraged. I don't know. But personally, I like to see that, and then it gives me something to, it gives me a goal, something to strive for. And so if you do attend a major match, I think these are 6 kind of key takeaways that you're going to get from it, benefits. Yeah, being nervous is a negative, but once again, a lot of these things, you get exposed to these things earlier. You're going to be able to manage them earlier as well. So I hope you guys like this quick video on what it's like to attend a major match. I hope to see you at a major match. I've really gone down the rabbit hole, deep down it with competition shooting. So I'll be attending a lot, as many as I can. So hope to see you guys and hope you guys like the video. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, comment, subscribe. See you next time.